Happy Friday morning to you. Thanks for tuning us in. Today is Friday, August 21st, and I hope that you're ready for an action-packed weekend. Don't forget, this Sunday, August 23rd at 6 o'clock, we'll be gathering here beside the Family Life Center for our big celebration of the payoff of the mortgage on our Family Life Center. That night's going to be a really special night. Hope that you'll invite your friends and family and come and join the fun. We'll have special musical guest Jim Worthing that night, and also in the morning services on Sunday. We're going to have games and food and lots of good fellowship, and then even some giveaways. We're going to be giving things away, some prizes and gifts during the evening. And then at dusk, we're also going to have fireworks. So it's going to be a great time of celebration. I hope you'll come and be a part of that. Today, the devotion is called Bright Spots in Bleak Places. You're probably wondering maybe where I'm at. You've heard of the world-famous WoWo fire escape. Well, this is the world-famous Wayndale Baptist Church fire escape. I'm just outside the youth area that is on the second floor of the Family Life Center. I'm getting a little bit desperate to find interesting places to shoot these videos. Angie informed me this week that I believe that this is the 53rd devotion video that I've done since the pandemic began back in March. So here I am, world famous fire escape. I want to encourage you one final thing before we get to the devotion, and that is to say, I've been really curious about how many of you watch these videos and how many of you are blessed by them. And so what I want to ask you to do is, if you watch the video all the way through, at the very end, drop down into the comments and say hello. Let us know that you're watching. Anything at all comment-wise, just to kind of give us a feel for to what extent these things are a blessing. So today's devotion is called Bright Spots in Bleak Places. It's from Psalm 86, verses 1 through 13. Here's what it says. It says, "Incline your ear, O Lord, and answer me, for I am afflicted and needy. Preserve my soul, for I am a godly man. O you, my God, save your servant who trusts in you. Be gracious to me, O Lord, for to you I cry all day long. Make glad the soul of your servant. For to you, O Lord, I lift up my soul. For you, Lord, are good and ready to forgive, and abundant in loving kindness to all who call upon you. Give ear, O Lord, to my prayer, and give heed to the voice of my supplications. In the day of my trouble I shall call upon you, for you will answer me. There is no one like you among the gods, O Lord, nor are there any works like yours. All nations whom you have made shall come and worship before you, O Lord, and they shall glorify your name. For you are great and do wondrous deeds. You alone are God." And then the very best part. "Teach me your way, O Lord. I will walk in your truth. Unite my heart to fear your name. I will give thanks to you, O Lord, my God, with all my heart, and you will glorify your name forever. For your loving kindness toward me is great, and you have delivered my soul from the depths of Sheol." So Psalm 86 is probably not one of the more recognizable psalms, but it's a blessing nonetheless. The devotion reads like this: Bright spots in bleak places. When my husband and I were exploring a small, rugged corner of the state of Wyoming, I spied a sunflower in a rocky, dry place where sagebrush, nettles, prickly cactus, and other scraggly plants grew. It wasn't as tall as the domestic sunflower, but it was just as bright, and I felt cheered. This unexpected bright spot in rough terrain reminded me of how life, even for the believer in Jesus, can seem barren and cheerless. Troubles can seem insurmountable, and like the cries of the psalmist David, our prayers sometimes seem to go unheeded. David said, "Hear me, Lord, and answer me, for I am poor and needy." Like him, we too long for joy. But David goes on to declare that we serve a faithful, compassionate, and gracious God who abounds in love for all who call on him. He does answer. Sometimes in bleak places, God sends a sunflower, an encouraging word or note from a friend, a comforting verse or Bible passage, a beautiful sunrise that helps us to move forward with a lighter step, with hope. Even as we await the day we experience God's deliverance out of our difficulty, may we join the psalmist in proclaiming, "You are great and do marvelous deeds. You alone are God." You know, I think as a congregation, maybe especially right now, we can grasp what this devotion says. I mean, the very last words are from verse 10 of Psalm 86, where it says, "You are great and do marvelous deeds. You alone are God." You know, in this very dry and bleak, dark time of the coronavirus and some things that are going on socially in our nation, as a church family, we've seen God move in some really incredible ways. I mean, His faithfulness and provision, the way that He has cared for this church during this very strange and otherwise difficult time is profound. As we come to this celebration weekend, what a great time it is for us to read the words of Psalm 86 and be mindful of how God sees us in the hard times. God sees us when we face problems that seem insurmountable, and He carries us through them. I'm so thankful to have been the pastor of this church during this time and to be able to see God move week by week and day by day and hour by hour through what is probably the strangest time of my life thus far. I have been strengthened and blessed, and my faith has grown. And all of these things are a product of God's great goodness. He has heard our cry. Again, I hope that you'll be here this coming Lord's Day, Sunday morning, and then for our celebration Sunday night, and that you would be cheered as well, that it would be a blessing to you. Hope you have a great day. It's getting warm again in northern Indiana, and we had a little reprieve from the heat, but it looks like it's back. Be sure to drop down in the comments and let me know that you watched all the way through. Have a great day. We love you.